And hello, everyone. It's Philip from the Everyday Carry International podcast. So, today, what we're going to talk about is basically what is an EDC? What is Everyday Carry? What does it mean? Um, Basically, I'm going to say Everyday Carry EDCD is basically carrying what you carry on a daily basis. So, it could be from your standard flashlight, a flashlight like this. Also, knives, multi tools, a camera. If you carry a camera, you have a camera, vape stuff. I mean, it could be any number of things. It's what you need on a daily basis. What you're going to use on a daily basis. That's everyday carry. Some people carry little fidget spinners, little pocket trinkets, stuff like that. That means something to them. I personally carry on me right now. I have a couple knives on me. So I have the bright fatigue tack 2 from this little guy here. Excellent little knife. I mean, one of them. Excellent little guy overall. My pocket down here. I was just out earlier today doing something. So, uh, is an old trusty sword 3-inch peasant. And I have another one on me as well. Gerber. Gee, small little Gerber. Excellent guy as well. And another one on me as well is a Spider Co. Dragonfly. Okay. Those are some items. Where EDC can also have multi tools, uh, notepad, pen, paper, stuff like that. Overall, a lot of times too, each system is different. It's going to be different for you guys, each person individually. We're all going to have our different requirements for the day. So you try to plan your system, your carry for the day to what you'll be doing. Uh, like I said on last week's podcast with the EDC Canada group, the old group I created, um, I carry a lot. I have a lot of mechanics tools I carry with me if I don't want to be doing a job, I require them. So it really depends on what I'm doing for the day. Sometimes I just don't need that, so I don't carry all that equipment with me. But most of the time, you'll see I'll have a few knives on me. Got at least 2 or 3 knives on me. This guy, most reliable, the simplest. I'm not gonna like here on the EDC everyday. Sorry, not the EDC. The end of that habit. The everyday carry Canada. I'm not going to say we're not going to do gear checks all the time. I mean, once in a while we'll do a gear check with gas. We might do it, might not. It really depends on the day. But also too, we're also going to try to cover topics that you guys matter. So the reason why we're doing what is EDC for today, the episode 1, is one of our members, George Murdoch, basically asked me this morning what is EDC. So I thought, you know what? That's actually a good topic for a video, for a show. So that's why we're doing the show. That's how we're going to try to do it. You guys gave me an idea for an episode that, basically pops. Guess what? We'll talk about that. Yeah, EDC it's what you carry every day. It's everyday carry. So its system is all direct to what you guys do, your needs. It's your personal kit. Years I carried a lot of different stuff. I always carried multiple I carried 2 different flashlights, actually 2 to 3 different flashlights, plus one with spare battery when I was working with one company, doing one job. So I need those different flashlights, and I need the bigger light for certain inspections. Other time I needed a smaller light for different inspections. So it really depends on what you're doing for the day. So my work carry would have something. I had along this light with me, my small flashlight. I'm sorry, guys, but the camera's kind of going a little bit wonky here. I'm gonna try to get it to autofocus, and here it is back finally. Uh, yeah, so to carry a small little flashlight like the LD20 or LD22 from Fenix, they'll carry a TK15 or some other larger light that has more power, so I can actually see do my matching properly or find parts or whatever I need to do with it. But also carry a Spyderco Tenacious or a multi-tool or small little folding knife or something in a pocket, small pocket knife or something like that along those lines. I mean, too, a lot of people, some people do carry small medical kits, like first aid kits, IFACs, usual first aid kits, stuff like that. Uh, it really depends on the situation. If you do a camping type or hiking type carry, you might put it into a shoulder bag or something along those lines. So, what, like I said, easy everyday carry. So, what do you need on your person for the day? If you're out and about all day, what do you guys, what do you carry on a regular basis? Like your cell phone is considered EDC. Uh, a pen, paper, sometimes not so much because you can take notes on your cell phone too if you need to. A lot of people like the old school way, and do notepad and paper. I'm one of those guys. I like the old school way. So yeah, you have a. So yeah, like if you want to carry, we don't judge here. So you can carry whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with carrying. So it really depends on your system, so what you need for the day. So yeah, that's basically EDC in a nutshell. Okay, so like I said, part of the this introduction, we got the main topic done. I couldn't really find anybody who's wanted really willing to come on the show. Uh, we're going to talk about like what are the plans for this page, this group, this channel. Well, some of the plans are we want to make it as good. We want to make it as best as possible. We want to kind of avoid the, the elitism in here. But I don't care if you have like a $20, $30 knife like this, Gerber knife, or a $300 Kershaw or Bach or Spyderco. And let's say somebody has a $15 gas station knife or budget knife. You don't pick on the guy. Oh, you need something. You need this knife. You need this knife. You need to have this knife. I don't like that personally. That's a personal pet peeve of mine. Also, too, it's like if the community is about helping each other out, we should be helping each other out. That's the whole part of it. And I've noticed that in the last little while. People just want to, or who do help sometimes, they expect, oh, I help you out. You gotta do certain things. You gotta toe my line, type of deal, or your line. That's not everyone. I understand that. I know that. And there's a couple, or at least one of those like that. I'm not going to mention names, but yeah, we're in their time slot right now too. So guys, this is how it happened today. But also too, it's we want to bring education back into that fun, have a bit more fun. I mean, I noticed one thing with a lot of pages too. It's always so serious. They don't know when to have a little fun. I mean, it's like, well, I don't want to talk about the other channel, other page, other group there. If they have it, I wish them the best. That's all I'm going to say on it. Two, but we want to keep this going. We want to make sure, guys, that everything is. It's basically, I'm doing this. I want to make sure information for members like George who want to want to learn what EDC is and kind of get to know what's the big gear, places to get stuff. So uh, the gentleman who I bought, well, not this site, this is bought this knife from, well, the kit version of it. He's a one. He is not the group. He's from Sword Knives Canada and Puma Knives Canada. So I mean, he is the one guy. We hope to get him on the show in a few weeks. So talk about sport and Puma knives. So I mean, it'll be a great show. I think that's one of the episodes I'm working on right now. We're trying to work on a few episodes really currently, and what we're going to talk about. It's going to be an interesting kind of project we're doing here. We're going to be doing here. We're going to try to educate you. The topics that we do are going to be educational, but we're going to try to make that education fun, enjoyable for you all. We're going to do a legal episode. We might do a legal episode down the road. We did one with the other channel, and it was okay. Yeah. Wasn't impressed by what numbers up there, but it was on there. And yeah, well, like I said, I don't want to talk about too much, but that was one. That episode was, in my opinion, was an excellent episode overall for information that was brought out. But when you are, but like a lot of guests talk, ask questions. I don't know if the guests talk. Okay, it's his. If he's a lawyer, he's the expert on the matter. Subject matter expert, not you. Shut up. Ask questions. Okay, this scenario, what would you advise, or type of deal? Those are the type of questions that we'll go for. When it comes to talking about gear, we're going to do some gear reviews. I have about 9 different knives, one full custom, and I'm going to talk about each of those knives in review videos. So this is going to be like this page here, kind of like the main podcast, one-on-one interview type things. I would have a review section and also kind of bring in, when we do Zach Hewitt, we're going to be doing it's going to be a podcast episode, but mixed in with a review of the Sword knives and Puma knives. I don't have a Puma knife, so I can't really talk about it from my experience. When it comes to Sword, I have quite a bit of good positive to say on both ones I have. So I have this one, the production, and I have the custom. So let me just pull it out, custom out for you guys. See, if you haven't seen it already, I know it's a Phil project. It was out and used to bug the other guys, the other page all the time on the podcast. So yeah, it's handle. I did basically customize the handle, made the handle, sand it all by hand. There's not a single power tool used. So even the filed the little plates here down, and you see the silver kind of that the shape that. So it's not exactly full custom, but I would say it's like 75% custom overall. The handles are full custom. There's still a few things I want to do with it, just finding time. It's just all it is on this guy here. We'll talk more about it on that episode, but this is an EDC kind of like I did for myself, and I felt I really want to try these guys out as a knife out, and I was want to try to hand make it a knife. So it killed basically 2 birds with 1 stone with this. So this kit, I'm gonna say excellent kit overall. Yeah. So, I mean, we have Richard Wilmerth, we have Zach Hewitt from Hewitt Custom Millwork, we have Adam, we have Grisha McDonald, and what other moderator, on the group. So, I mean, we're gonna, us admins mods, we're gonna get together every so often, have a little meeting and little chit chat a little bit about the page, the group, the podcast, and just we're going to go over plans, stuff like that. It's going to be basically the opposite of what other group does. It's no, they just do whatever the hell they want. Um, never listen to anything others people have to say. They thought they knew what was best for the group, and they went with it. And yeah. Um, it's also too. It's we gotta try to. I want to keep it positive. That's why I don't really want to talk about it. I know it's gonna. We might do an episode being Richard and Luke. We might get Luke on for this episode. Michael, the other moderator on the group is Michael Pryor. If you guys, the old page, kind of remember, you'll see there's a few names there that you would recognize from the original. So, myself, Richard, Michael, and Luke. We're pretty much part of the original group. Okay, so I trust their judgment. I know what they're capable of. I know what they know, and Luke's come a long way over the years. I mean, I'll tell you this, Luke. We first met Luke. He was about 18, or not even literally. Uh, he came in. He learned. We kind of guide him along, and now he's such a one great, great, great guy. Still, I was talking to him the other day. Awesome, awesome young one. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. I didn't know. East Coasters, so I can't get around East Coasters. No, don't mess with East Coasters. Type of deal. And Richard I've known longer than EDC Canada was around. So Michael, we kind of met through EDC Canada. He joined in. He got into the group. We kind of just started talking. Well, okay, well, this is what he's talking. At the time he was a night banker. We had a gentleman of Chris McKinney, one of our other American admins at EDC Canada. Was well acknowledged gentleman. And I mean, one of the first giveaways we had over at EDC Canada was a custom-made little pouch. A leather pouch for I forget what knife he chose to use it for. Now it's so long ago. But I made him a custom with the pouch and a few other things. Our 100-member giveaway was a leather notebook journal for Francis Tenta. That had Western guns. There was basket weave in the back. Just a plain Jane, simple notebook kit I got. So for it, and we would do that again. Maybe, I don't know yet. We're trying to figure out. We need to get the funds there. So we're trying. That's going into one another plan. We've talked about the Admin team. We've talked about is ways to raise funds for the group, so we can actually get back to you, the members. I would just do random draws, or just say, okay, I'll randomly go through and choose the best post for the month or for the last quarter or whatever. So post. Who knows? Like, I might highlight a post or pin a post in announcements. Who knows? That's one of the things that could happen. So yeah, and we're always going to try to interact with you. So this show, this podcast, it's to interact with you guys. So you guys come on in the chat, comment with us, like you can tell us, like, oh, you like this, you like this, and I'm on the page, so you kind of write on the comment of the page, oh, Phil, can you do a topic on Spyderco knives, or custom knives, or blade steels, or whatnot, or whatever topic you're you want me to talk about, or you got a co-host for me, what we could talk about, or if you want to come on, by all means. It's we have to. That's the one thing. That's what we always want to do. It's we want to make it so you're getting information you want to know. It's going to be a communication or two-way street. I can just spout whatever I want to talk about all the time, but I don't want to do that. I mean, do an episode a week with that. It's like I'm going to run out of topics quick, an easy topics. So it's going to be we want to talk about gear. So talk about flashlights, talk about multi tools, talk about bags, EDC bags, talk about pouches, talk about different parts of EDC gear. That's what this show's about. Before to educate, it's not to show you off and show and tell of your collection. You can do that. I can do that here one day. I mean, it's gonna be short. It's 10 knives and a couple flashlights and a couple of vapes. That's about it. The rotation. It doesn't make any sense. So you have to just do a gear check. You don't just show and tell. Okay, we're talking about switchblades or traditional holders. So okay, traditional holders. But here's where I carry my knives at. I store my knives at. A little coffee. It's made coffee. Um, Traditional knife. Okay, well, so I mean, here's a traditional knife, switchblade. Sorry, the lights. Okay. Yeah, another traditional. Okay, I can do that too, but I don't think it's proper to show you everything. Like, we can do that. We can talk about it. We talk about traditional knives. I'm not going to show until I have. Okay, I mean, we're going to talk about them. If it's kind of, I'll clear out. We'll talk about okay, here's a traditional knife, and here's the features of it. I'm not going to do anything. Okay, this is like a Chris Reeves knife, or this is a John, a Dave Graham knife, or a Gold knife, or whatever knife, or Jason LeClaire knife, or whatever. I'm not gonna be doing that. It's great for these makers. Like if I had a Jason LeClaire knife, yeah, I'm sure. Okay, here's a Jason LeClaire knife. We'll talk about, like about it. Uh, Overall, instead of Edmonton or overall, I, it's a topic. Custom knife. What do I think makes a custom knife? Do I look for when buying a custom knife? I want to have a custom knife made. Right? What specs would I give the person? If me, I wouldn't. You wouldn't see a certain. You'd see nice finish. You'd see a fully finished. Unless you tell, like, I want to have a rougher finish. Fair enough. Yeah, that's what you like. I'll do it for you. Also, too, it's like is it, I may not. Oh, okay. Sorry, everyone. We had a little bit of a connection hiccup. Um, should be back up to speed right now. Um, yeah, it's we can talk gear, we can talk custom, like what I look for in a custom, or what I look for in a production knife, or what I look for, like what I look for in a knife in general. Okay, 'cause I'm a very traditionalist with custom knives. So I mean, my most kind of wonkiest knife I have, and I can't even do it right now. Is this the little Brian Teague? And this is the wildest shape and grip. And when I do the review on it, uh, it will. I will tell you what I think about it overall. It's so yeah. This is the weirdest knife. Why would I saw it? Start. I kind of want to look at it. I'll pass it up. I'll pass this one by before that one was sent to me. Um, yeah, I mean, probably my cheapest knife that I have right now is probably this little Wally World Special, Color Shirt Special. Good little knife. I don't think it's left the house. To be honest, yeah, it's not the style I would carry. No, okay. I like the brass bolsters on it. That's about it. Not my favorite. Wouldn't be my favorite. Good lines on it's about it. Yeah. So I could do that in an episode. What do I? How do I buy a knife? How do I choose and select a knife for my task in hand? And I'll talk about that. We'll talk about the steel selection. They call it. My experience with different steels. Okay, I know we all have different experience with different steels. Steels I kind of prefer, kind of like people like why. Um, so yeah, other plans that we have, it's growing the page is the biggest one. So we're going to try to do kind of be interactive with you. We're going to try to do what I call a top gun, sorry, top gear style challenges. Okay. So what I mean by that, they're going to pick budgets. So it's going to be theoretical. So you don't have to spend a dime here on these challenges. That's the best part. I'm not going to tell you to go spend $300 on high end night or mid range night to modify it and all this. No. Okay, figuratively. Okay, pick the knife in this budget that you would say, okay, this is a good base. I can modify. I can add, spend more to make it more custom. Okay, I'm gonna show you a knife that I did this too. It's a cheap, it's a $50 knife overall. Okay, $70 knife now. It's $72, $70 now. I don't go tenacious. Okay, what I did to it, as you can see, you could ask yourself, okay, there's one piece missing on it. Yeah, the clip. I took the clip off. I don't know why. I just took it off and it was like, I want to feel the knife. Okay, I had a good, great purchase on it. But what I also did is the roughness of the scales. I kind of smooth the scales down. Okay, then you get a screw for it, but that's no big deal. Um, yeah, I just smooth it down just to kind of that the texture on the scale on these guys. It's just starting to kind of like be a little bit rough in my hands. Okay, it's getting uncomfortable. So that's the reason why I did that. So it's simple as that. It might cost the mod might cost you absolutely zero, maybe a piece of sandpaper, so about $1. So you okay? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Changing a clip, okay? Boom, change the clip. If you have a clip from another knife, you think it might look awesome on there, or maybe bigger, or whatever. You put it on. Yeah, you can still buy an $80 knife. Say about 90, $100. You buy an $80 knife. You got $20 extra. You set the clip from something else. There you go. Or you modify clip, or made your own clip. So make it a deep pocket clip instead of it kind of up. Which you never know. I might do that. I might try that when I go to the workshop on. So yeah, that's just one aspect of it. EDC, like one of the gear aspects of it. We always like, that'll be the challenges. So say it could be I say okay, like the one I put on there last night this morning. Your budget is $25. You have to buy a flashlight, and you have to buy a light for $25. A good EDC light. So I mean, honestly, Zach Hewitt there did an outstanding job. He put the one I knew it was going to come up. The Olight i3T. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys right now. For this type of challenge, is go to Amazon. You don't have to get a name brand light. If you're budget conscious wise, I don't say go boom right there. Go buy like a brand name like Phoenix or Olight or Surefire or any of those guys. I mean, or night night light or whatever they're called, tack light or whatever. You just go to Amazon, type in flashlights, go through it, whatever fits your budget, what kind of pops for you. That's that one way to get gear sometimes. Amazon, a great way to do it. People like Zach are awesome places to go to. Warriors for Wonders, a great place. Edge Options Canada, when they're open, with an outstanding place for this in gear. Also, too, SNR Knives is another place here in Ontario, anyways. Uh, you get lucky at Walmart sometimes, getting like Gerbers and Spideys and stuff like that. Maybe not so much here in Canada with Spider Crows at Walmart, but who knows what you would get. You're going to find there's some yellow trades, a lot of bucks out there. Canadian Tire is decent. You know, the best. Cabela's, you have Bass Pro, and the outdoor hunting stores have a decent selection as well. So, I mean, and online you get pretty much Blade HQ, those places like that. Here in Canada, don't order cross border, but that's besides the point. Use your head, use judgment, use some common sense, and you should be fine out there when it comes to buying gear, ordering gear from anywhere really. So, I mean, on that note, this challenge, that's the sorry, going back before I close out the show today, is you uh, is with this challenge, like we could have like a low end budget, like a low budget, like ultra low budget, $25. It could be for any piece of gear, multi tools, flashlights, whatever. And the one I put on the page was just a flashlight. And also too, I also did one for knives for a $50 budget. So I put for your best. The knife I picked selected for that would have been this Sport. I mean, I think it's worth 30 times what you actually pay for it. It's that useful, that handy, and it's weight wise excellent. Video. So yeah, it could be that low high end budget, the mid range budgets, all this. So on that note, thank everyone for tuning in today, watching. I know I had a couple of viewers there throughout for most of it. We had a little graphical internet connection hitch. So I would like to thank everyone for tuning in today and or watching this video anyways. Please subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to hear. See other videos. I'm on the channel, on the page. By all means, join Everyday Carry International. The link is in the top on the YouTube banner. So thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great weekend. See you soon. Bye.